What is going on, everybody? It is that time again for Chess and a Story. Okay, about 20 years ago, my uncle had to sell his house, and it was my job to get it prepped and cleaned out. And he was a hoarder. It was immaculately clean. It just, he couldn't throw anything out. Come on, take it. Yeah. One second. Yeah, this guy's fucked. So, once I got the first room cleared out, it was on like Donkey Kong. You know what I mean? Started inviting everyone over, started throwing parties. The house was a split level. So the medium floor was the living room, and it had a flat screen TV mounted on the wall. My computer I brought over, it had a in-video video card that had the F connector, and I had an adapter like F connector to RCA. Don't ask. So I managed to set up my computer to be on the flat screen. And I was a self-taught computer programmer back in the day. I knew a little Visual Basic, a little PHP, a little HTML, but I was a master at QBasic. I know it's gonna come off wrong, but I'm like a genius when it comes to code. I could write a code in 10 lines where someone else it'll take, 2 pages. This is an example of a code I'm gonna throw up on the screen that I wrote before I'm recording this and playing this game of a screensaver where you can input 100 circles, 20 circles, 42, as many as you want, and it'll literally bounce around the screen like the old Windows screensavers. That's just an example. But me and my friends used to jam out on video games that I used to make for everybody. They were replicas of like arcade games, Pac-Man, called Crackman, Space Invaders, called Crack Invaders. I had like a RPG, like a Dungeon Warrior 4 game I was doing, writing a story for, all 8-bit stuff, right? But I was always have my own twist on things. Like for Crackman, on level 5, I'd introduce like a red dot. And it's like, the blinking yellow dots let you eat ghosts. There'd be a blinking red dot all of a sudden. And if you eat it, then your controls are flipped around until you eat another red dot. And then level 10, there'd be like a blue dot. And if you eat the blue dot, you disappear. So it'd be hard to keep track of where you are unless you're eating dots. And just awesome stuff, right? Before I get to this next part, I'm not ratting. It's all out in the air. Everyone knows everything. One night, Rye is like, yo, I'm going to take his fucking shit. I'm like, no, bro, don't. He's like, shut your fucking mouth. I'm going to take his fucking shit. And started laughing. I'm like, no, bro, you're not doing it. He's like, shut your fucking mouth. And I'm like, all right, he's a grown man. The truth is going to come out sooner or later. I'm not any fucking part of this, He ends up doing it. Next morning, front door open, fucking George's like, where's my shit? I'm like, I don't fucking know. George's a very intelligent dude. Very smart. Most of my friends are. And he knew. I know he knew deep down. And, a couple days later, Rise back over the house, and George, I think, was, snooping around the house trying to peek in to see if he could see anything, which that's something I probably would do. Who wouldn't? You know what I'm saying? You get your shit fucking taken, you investigate. A couple months later, I was back at my house now. One night, fucking, I go outside to smoke a cigarette, and George's out there, which was, weird. I know he was up to no good, but I wonder what he was doing. And I had a good talk with him. Nothing went down. You know what I'm saying? We cleared things up. And for the record, I'm going to text Jordy and tell him to fucking listen to this YouTube. What were your intentions that night? Like, I mean, it is what it is, bro. No beef, but, like, what were you going to do? Anywho. So long story short, it came out fucking that Ryan was the one that took his fucking shit, and it's soured things for a little bit. Definitely, Jordy didn't deserve that. I mean, I'm a true believer in karma. I mean, I swear on my father's grave, like I literally had nothing to do with that. I did not help one bit. I didn't get anything from what was taken. It's all on him. I want no part. I wouldn't do that to my friend, but I was just as good friends with. I knew Rye longer, so like, what was I supposed to do? Throw him under the bus? Like I was in between a rock and a hard place, bro. Man, telling the story is just having all these memories rush back, like giving Shannon a cutie Shannon, piggyback through the snow in the driveway, and when we get to the door, being like, "You ready to get let down?" She's like, "Yep," and like me bending my knees and like her not letting go, fucking falling backwards on top of her, feeling like such a doof. Anywho, this guy's toast. I don't think I'm about to be able to check him on the C file, though, if he goes C6. But I still feel bad about calling myself a genius and shit, but I know what I am. Physics class. Teacher gave us a sheet of paper, 2 inches of tape. Tallest structure you could. And you had to pick it up by the tip and drop it, and it had to stay functional. School record, 2 feet and change. My shit was over 6 feet tall, taller than me. Like, I'm just weird but shit, dude. Think about that for a second. Think about that. Come on, give me them trip zips. Trip zeros. Nice. Nice box, man. And, Jordy, if you are watching this, you remember the glass piece right here? It's the closest thing I could find to it. Can't find exactly. Trying to distill that alcohol. We were such failures. Anyways, I appreciate you guys, and I will catch you on the next. Just know, I really do appreciate every one of you. Every single one.